In this video, we're going to be talking about simplifying expressions using the associative property of addition and associative property of multiplication to begin with. Okay, so remember the associative property is when we regroup. So, that's associative property of addition. If I was to have x plus 18 plus 4, I would regroup by moving my parentheses over. So I would have x plus 18 plus 4. And then my next step would be to add these two constants. And so then I would be left with x plus 22. And this would be my answer, because I cannot add a variable to a constant. So if I was to simplify an expression using associative property of multiplication, let me find a problem. So let's say I have 3 times 7x. I'm going to regroup. So now I have 3 times 7 times the x times x. Okay? So then I can multiply these constants together. So then I have 21 and then times the x. Okay? This is also like distributive property. I would distribute it to that 7x, which is just 21x. If I'm doing the commutative property, that is just switching the numbers around when it's not regrouping. I'm not seeing problems in here. I'm looking for a problem, sorry. So that just tells us, so if we're doing the commutative property of addition or multiplication, we're just reminding ourselves that 3 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 3. I can switch those around if I want to. And same with multiplication. I can do 9 times 3, and that's the same as 3 times 9. It only works with addition and multiplication because subtraction would not work and division does not work. It has to be addition or multiplication. So if I have a more challenging problem to simplify, let's see, if I have 3x plus 9 plus 2x minus 5, first of all, I really need to know what my terms are. My terms are coefficients, constants, and variables. This is a coefficient, this is a coefficient, this is a constant, this is a constant. We know this is a coefficient because it has a variable. We know this is a coefficient because it has a variable. I can only add or subtract like terms. Remember my awesome letters here? Like terms. Lion and the hippo don't mix. They don't hang out at the same parties. So you can't have the 3x plus the 9. It doesn't work. So I can do 3x plus 2x plus 9 plus, oops, sorry, minus, careful, minus 5. So do you see how I use the commutative property? I just swapped two of the numbers around. And I did that only because there was addition on those two. Otherwise, I would have to bring this minus with the 5. That minus is attached to the 5. So 3x plus 2x would be 5x. So we have 3 x's, 1, 2, 3, and 2 x's, 1, 2, so 3 plus 2, 5 x's. Plus the 9 minus the 5 is 4. That's as far as I go. That's my answer. 5x plus 4.
Owen, we're on wave 17 on the Halloween.
So that was my son in the video. Lucky you guys. Okay, so if I had, I'm going to do one more. If I had 8 plus 3z minus z, again, I can only subtract or add like terms. So 3z minus z, this is just 1z. Remember, there's an imaginary 1 there, because it is just 1z. This is saying we have 3 z's, a z plus a z plus a z, and then we're minusing a z, right? So 3 minus 1, this would end up being 8 plus 2z. So if you look right here, you see how we're just taking away one of the z's. So now we have 2 z's left over. Okay, so 8 plus 2z is our answer.